This is, of course, your neighborhood news squirrel here, Salvi the Blue Squirrel, who isn't really blue, but that's not here or there. We're going to be talking about some news today, and of course, these are all going to be my opinions. And if you like my opinions and you like what you see, comment down below, like, subscribe, all that fancy stuff that YouTube does. And if you want to watch me on Twitch, I'm the_mad_Salvi on Twitch there as well. Thank you. What he is talking about here is not the best of news for anybody. This is the third time that this is happening to him from Twitch. I have no idea why this is happening. It angers me because these people are just trying to make content and get, a living, make a living, and make something go on, something happen, make themselves and their community happy. They aren't doing fraud. They aren't committing any of this kind of stuff. I don't know why Twitch, in this case, keeps putting that. From what I've heard, a lot of times the fraud thing ends up being you get a large amount of not super chats, but bits and that kind of stuff, monetary income, either it be bits or subscriptions on the Twitch side or anything like that. And if you get any chargebacks, anyone does any chargebacks on your account, like on the fact is, they give you stuff and then they charge it back, you can be seen as fraud. And a lot of these people use it that way to attack someone they don't like. Unfortunately, it seems that Aphrodite was a victim of this type of attack. Don't know, guys, think it's time to consider graduation at this point. Try to have fun and focus on good things, but at this point, it just feels targeted. I've been streaming for under 3 months, and this is the third time I've been banned permanently. And it says, in purchase or payouts, there was fraud. Stolen payment information from Twitch subscriptions, botted or stolen accounts, promoting fraud, teaching how to engage in it. And that's what makes me think that this is targeted towards them. It's trying to make, frustrate the new members of Mythos by buying a bunch of stuff and then doing chargebacks, or, buying when it's just what it seems like. People thought before it was that it was just purchasing stuff when they're offline and purchasing a ton of stuff. But I've seen, it happens to Melody and stuff like that, where people purchase a lot of stuff offline. So I don't think it's that. I think it's people doing targeted chargebacks against this person. Definitely feels targeted. It definitely does feel targeted. It really is. It is, man. I'm telling you, this has to be targeted. That's what I'm saying. People are trying to make these people feel pain because they want them to graduate. They get satisfaction out of making people hurt this way. It says, I was noticing before the debut with a similar wave of reports on multiple platforms, Twitch and Twitch support. Is there any way to implement a system where you can cross-check the person who submitted the report? Absolutely has to be targeted. So sorry for dealing with this. I'm absolutely not okay with Twitch needs to fix this. It is really bad. And here they continue and go further with their frustrations. The truth is, sometimes I wonder if this is my fault. It is not your fault, Aphrodite. I highly doubt Aphrodite's watching this, but if any of its fans are, let him know it's not his fault. Holy crap, it really isn't his fault. For a while, there are people trying to dox me. And what's worse, it's been proven to be the wife's long-time stalker. So he does have a partner, he has a wife, and is a long-time stalker, seems to be targeting him. Haven't wanted to say anything for fear of making it worse or harming her anymore. But if my genmates are being affected by this as well, I feel horrible. I don't know if I can even say or do anything at this point. It makes me feel so helpless. Not just as a friend, but as a husband. This Aphrodite should never have felt this way, should never have been made to feel this way. They are, as I said, someone who is just trying to make a living and just trying to enjoy being a VTuber. It really does suck, and that's why I wanted to put this out there, and I wanted to put a laser focus on this, because it is not right at all. What he is talking about is not good news. The news here, Nijisanji EN has released their super chat earnings, or at least this person here has released their super chat earnings for this month, for at least the month of March 2025. And here we go. We have Iluna, of course, as always. Scarla seems to always be on top because she has, yes, the numbers, the crazy numbers we have here. We always have them crazy numbers. We have Scarla at the very top, 18k supas, 39 live streams that she was in. with 961 members gained during that time, or at least, I think it's gaining and keeping. Aya's doing very well. Ren is doing well, but you have on the bottom, unfortunately, the Noth is still near the bottom. They have a good amount of streams, but their income, when in regards to the amount of, memberships, super chats, that type of thing, still, for me, like just for me, being as small as I am, any of these numbers are enviable, but still it is sad to see this happen. Of course, Aster, Twisty, and Petra have not been streaming recently. That's why they have 0 numbers here. But we have, of course, Nijisanji EN channel, for some reason, still got 200 bucks in supers. And it had 4 lives. You have, at the bottom, Finana as well, with Lazulite with 16 streams. Which is, compared to the people who are at the top, don't have nearly as much. But her cut of everything, of course, is take this at pretty much 50%. They get to keep around 50% of this after this, because they do the 30% cut that YouTube takes and 50% of this. So it's around maybe 30 to 40% of what they actually keep, take home pay. Still a lot though. You have Iluna, the top, the 3 right here in Iluna are at the top. Luxium with Ike still up there with 8. That's actually very good in regards to the amount of streams he's doing. He gets good super chats and good memberships. Noctix with Albin, Luxium, and you have Noctix, Luxium, and Lazulite, Etheria, and XLA, Obsidia, TTT, etc. that are in the above 1,000 mark, but above 5K. You have here, no one else, like only 3 are in above 15K, which is interesting to me. Only 3 are above 15K. And the others are, just below, above 10K actually. The others are below it. But still seeing Ike, Albin, Vox, those being up there, the boys being up at the top, shows you that the Fujoshi, or the female side, is still very, very strong with Nijisanji EN. They do have a very strong female fan base for the boys. As you can see, pretty much 6 boys right there at the top. Or 5 boys. 5 boys at the top. Oh, no, wait. 6 with Ren. You have Ren, Ike, Albin, Vox, Foger, and Sunny. They're all at the top right there. Top 8, top 10. You have, actually, 9 of the top 10 are boys. Illyra is, Illyra is right there. Let's see. Yeah, you have a lot of the top 10. 7 of the top 10. I'm bad at numbers. I'm bad at numbers. So, yeah, you have all but 3 of the top 10 are pretty much males. So that kind of shows you what kind of fan base the Nijisanji people have. It is nice to see all of the other members still get something. Some from Etheria, some from XLA, Obsidia, like mentioned. Crisis is still in there. The people who are... No, the only one from TTT is the only one who's left, which is Claude. And he hasn't been put into anything else. He's just himself now, which is unfortunate because, his gen mates have left. So it is nice to see that there is still, for, people who have not gotten themselves into any kind of drama recently, there still is a reward for not getting into drama, which is getting some higher super chats. Still, though, this is nowhere near the amount that they had when they were at the top of their game. This is still a drop in super chats compared to when they were at the top of their game, like in the sense of EN being at the top of their game. A lot of these people are at the top of their game and they're doing the best that they can, but the super chats for EN as a whole has really dropped. It has dropped a lot. It's like less than half of what it used to be. Yes, I sometimes do positive news. Sometimes, occasionally, I do positive news. And I'm just joking. I try to do as much positive news as I can. And here's a very good one. We have an announcement from Saiiren. They did the 6 anime one-shots. It was a D&D stream for the American Heart Association. It was a big charity stream. Kind of like how Shoujo does the D&D stuff as well, where they have a dungeon master and the girls do their whole D&D stuff. This is one, but it had several, and I do mean several different dungeon masters. I think there was like 5 or 6 teams So they did that on the 28th, 29th, and 30th. The numbers have been tallied up. 3 days of anime one-shots, 6 amazing dungeon masters, 24 wonderful content creators, $12,000 raised for American Heart Charity. Countless memories. Thank you, everyone. No matter what, whether it was just a regular collab, whether it was a donathon, whatever, anytime anyone takes time out of their day and takes money out of their pockets to donate to something like this, I take my hat off to you. I tip my hat off to you. And that is something that I wish I could do, but I don't have any income to do that. But, or enough of the following to have a big number like that. But I always try to at least support by showing when it was done, because this is something that I've covered before. By the way, this is just an update. It's something I've covered before it happened, like on the 26th or 27th when they announced it. I covered it because I wanted people to show up if they could, and of course support if they could. Do not ever feel guilty for not being able to support. I need this 100% to put it out there. I'm pretty sure Saiiren, along with everybody involved, along with myself, who's not involved in any of this, do not ever feel guilty for not being able to give. If you cannot give, do not take food out of your mouth to give to these things, because there's always going to be someone else who can. If you are living paycheck to paycheck, if you are in the red many times, they will understand that you cannot give. That is perfectly fine. No one should. If they do, then they're assholes. No one should ever criticize someone for not being able to give to this. So I did want to give that message with the positivity of this happening. I'm very glad to see this happen. Daiya Fortuna, your card dealing Lady Luck, an indie VTuber now, who was lucky enough to get their IP from their last agency, because they were able to, fundraise and everything for it, which is amazing. I believe actually for her, it was Zen who helped her get this. So that was great. And of course, well, I'm talking about her today because of this. She had the opportunity to voice the March Hare in the independent anime Dear Alice that releases summer of 2025. I've worked very hard and I'm honored to have this opportunity. Please give the trailer a watch. And it says, of course, here is the trailer down here. Hey, it's your pal Hoodie. Dear Alice, my original anime is in production. You might have seen this trailer at April Fool's before, but psych, it's not April Fool's. No one fell for it. Pilot episode releasing this summer, probably. Check out YouTube for more info. Here we go. Let's take a look at it a little bit. Very nice. There you go. Ah, it's like a retelling of Alice Through the Looking Glass. Okay. Alice in Wonderland, whatever you want to call it.
The final act of this tragic comedy.
But still, holy moly. That takes a lot of effort, a lot of time, and if you're not spending a lot of money, a heck of a lot of time and effort from all these people. I do hope that it is a huge success, because it is always a shame when, especially independent creators, sometimes when it's big agencies, you're like, well, they can have a loss and it's fine. They're going to go and recover it some other way. But when it's an independent creator doing this, it is not easy. It is absolutely not going to be a fun thing if they lose money on this. So I do absolutely hope this is a huge success. So this artist got hit pretty hard. It says Cottontail animation went too hard. They got hit for S content, and that was the animation that got hit by it. That was the content in question that got hit by Twitch. It is just, of course, a part of a music video that is allowed on YouTube. So far, it hasn't gotten restricted, hasn't gotten age restricted, hasn't gotten anything of the sort. So, of course, that is interesting. It's very interesting. They were doing some content, some things like that for, of course, CottontailVA. And, of course, that is the full finished work of it. But, yeah, that is the content in question.
It's not like I want you to stay or stick around or anything. Like, I would never want you to stick around forever. Stay by my side forever.
So, yeah, that is the thing. They did that. And, of course, CottontailVA was like, oh, my God, this is amazing. You're so talented. So honored you did all this. Genuinely, it means a lot. Thank you. I don't know why I said that, though. Must have hit my head or something. I would have never, ever say that. The thing that she said about staying forever. Thanks a ton. It was a lot of fun animating from one of your clips. Look forward to more in the future. Oh, so this is a clip. My mistake. I correct myself. This was a little bit of a animation based on a clip that she has. It wasn't a music video, because she is doing a music video, but it wasn't that one specifically for that. So, you know, it was nice to see that it was appreciated. Of course, as always, Cottontail always appreciates anything artists do for her or do around her, or, you know, like that kind of stuff. Any kind of art that gets done in her vicinity of her, she always appreciates, because everyone knows that is free real estate. That is also free advertising for you. That is more eyes on your stuff, and that is always appreciated as a VTuber. We are talking about the Armis 3D quote-unquote freak show. This happened over the weekend, and I didn't talk about it because, you know, there's so much other stuff that I got into, and I chat way too much. If it was like a 30-second for each one, then I maybe would have gotten to it, but I chat for a while. And let's take a look at the whole thing. Of course, it is great that they got this, the full-on 3D collab that they deserve. Let's take a look.
What is wrong with you?
That was too much.
Who hurt you, man? Thought this was supposed to be fun. It is for me.
You did really good. You did really good.
Sure. I have 1 HP left.
It's okay. It's okay.
1. Ooh.
It's cool that they got some friends there. It's cool they got some friends to do this. It's always very nice.
Oh, we just barely made it out of that one.
See?
So lucky so far. Right behind you.
How about this last one, though?
Yeah, they did have a D&D concept, yes.
Oh, that's good.
All right.
Gibby, please, I'm so
They're trying to, right here, of course, they're trying to get past the traps and stuff.
scared. You go next, please. You go investigate that.
Gibby being gold blue,
No,
of
it's
course.
way too dangerous.
No.
I can't. I'm scared, man. No, I'm not
Gerard's
doing
just in the background doing his thing.
Octavia, give me a persuasion check.
Okay.
I would always roll a nat one of these freaking
Roll the
persuasion
dice
checks.
then.
I'm not persuasive in life, and I'm not persuasive in D&D.
What is that?
God damn it.
8.
Oh, I don't like the sound of that one.
That is not, you're not going to persuade anybody.
Good. 8's good. Right?
You persuaded him that you are the enemy. That you need to be destroyed.
Go, Bullet, please. Please, for me. We're friends, right?
Oh, God.
Please. Please.
I don't know, man. No.
You persuaded the enemy that you need to be destroyed. That's what freaking happened.
Wait. No. I don't want to be here. No.
Octavia, no.
Ah, there you go. That's what happens when you get persuasion of 8.
Holy no, we killed him.
So that's nice.
Everybody, all together now. 3, 2, let's do this. Armis 1.
Nat 20. All right.
Nice. Nat 20 means freaking you just 20 is the highest. 20 is the highest, so that's good. Yeah. And they had a song. Have to be very careful.
Everybody watches us the moment that we arrive. Anybody talk to us, they fear in for all their lives. Put on a show as we walk out.
So yeah, they had their fun. They had a good moment, as you can see here. I have started to show stars a little bit more because, of course, as a male VTuber, I do understand that we, unless specific agencies like FSPEN, etc., most of the time, male VTubers do not get into the limelight enough. So I do want to showcase the male side of the VTubing, which is why I show FSPEN when I can. I show the Stars Boys when I can, and things like that, because, yeah, they do a lot of good work, but they are not at the forefront of everybody's minds. Welcome back, everybody, to the VTuber Showcase, the place where I like to showcase up-and-coming VTubers of various sizes, shapes, forms, types, everything in between. I do this for one reason and one reason only, because I want there to be positivity in the space. I want people to be able to be positive, be able to enjoy themselves, be able to have fun, and also to push each other up instead of tear each other down. I have a lot of news that is down, but I want this to be an up thing. So here we go. We're talking about Hikari Nezu, who's an unhinged, chronically ill alien mouse. So here we go. Let's take a look. Pre-debut VTuber mouse from space who always sleepy and chronically ill. How did I get into space? I don't know. Here to play games, eat cheese, and entertain. Let's take a look at something that they've done.
I think that's a good one.
The heck? Okay. They just popped out and blew up. Well, that happened. That just happened. Sometimes there are mines, like the detection mines, especially in Repo, there are proximity mines that blow you up, and maybe they threw one and that happened. But of course, we're seeing this here, and also take a look at Hikari Nezu. This is their kind of placeholder place for you. And I do thank you so much, Hikari Nezu, for allowing me to showcase you on my channel, and I do hope this helps you in some way. Thank you so much for watching. That is all the news that we have for today. Please let me know down below if you want to know any more news, or if you have any comments regarding anything that you saw here, which I will try my best to respond to. I love seeing your comments down below. Of course, as well, like and subscribe to the channel. That will give you more information every single day. I do 2 videos a day, so hopefully you enjoy.